Today I'm joined by my brother here, all the way from South Africa. So he's gonna say his name and what he's doing around Zim or his mission. How are you, my brother?
Oh, yes, how are you, brother?
Yeah, what is your name, my brother?
Sianda Dlamini.
Sianda Dlamini.
Yes.
Okay. I just met you like by that street. You were walking down, so I was attracted by this South African flag, and the backpack has got the flag colors also. So I wanted to know what is the story behind all this?
Oh, I'm doing the peace walk from South Africa for the past 2 years. Since 2022, I've been working in South Africa, doing all the time. It's a walk for peace, peace walk. So I'll be walking from here up until Egypt to call for peace, because that's what we need. Remember, peace is an ingredient of economic growth. Without peace, you can't even develop yourself. What about your community? You can't. So it's very important that we have more of these programs that talks about peace, so that people can start to develop their towns themselves, their country and all. So all in all, just to create active citizens, people who ask questions with the intention to assist, to participate in making sure that we develop our countries. So it's come from us in case that, remember, we had unrest 2019.
Xenophobic attacks?
Unrest.
Oh, unrest?
Yes, yes.
Like natural disasters or what?
No, unrest.
Oh, the looting.
Destroying.
The looting and what?
I won't want to call it like that, but I will say it's an unrest.
Okay.
I would like to call it that.
Okay.
So that's when I felt the need to call for peace. Because peace doesn't mean sit down and do nothing. Peace means engagement, and peace means do something for your challenge, about your challenges. That's when we start to have peace. So that's what I'm promoting. Let us do something about our challenges, develop our communities, so that our communities will be able to develop us. Because when you see people not develop, it is because their communities are not able to look after them. So for your community to be capable or to be able to assist you, you must be able to assist your community.
Okay, my brother. So in this movement, are you alone or you've got other partners walking around Africa also?
Oh, it's a campaign. I've been working with people in South Africa, but here now I'm working alone. But from here I'm going to Malawi, back to Swaziland and South Africa, and then I'll come back with Botswana and go up, because I want to cover all these certain countries. So I will be joined by a few individuals as well, because I think it's a good thing, because it also gives you an opportunity to learn about Africa. Most of young people don't know Africa. They only know their countries where they are. But the moment you speak about Africa, we are clueless. So maybe it's a good opportunity for me to walk and be joined by other young people, because it changed the way you see things. It changed the way you think. Like here in Zimbabwe, while I was in South Africa, I didn't know that it's a peaceful country like this. So I started to know more about Zim after I came to the country. So it's very important that we as young people will travel Africa, so that by the time we get to leadership positions, because we are growing, we need to look after our country. We have a clue about Africa. So that's the work is all about. Also for me to understand our country.
So how has been your stay in Zim?
I'll be here maybe for 2 or 3 days and then leave.
How has been the stay? Like how has been?
Zim is peaceful. It's a peaceful country. To me, it's an interesting country, because I always thought that it's poverty that put the pressure and drive young people to crime. But in Zim, yes, there are financial instability, but when it comes to crime, it's at 0%. I can say that. So to me, it's interesting how, because I always thought that it's poverty and instability, financial instability, that push people to crime. So when you get here, you start to think, to see otherwise, that, oh, actually it's not. So it's interesting to me to learn all those things.
So where are you staying? I just...
No, hotels respond to me free nights.
Okay, you're staying at hotel?
I'm staying at I forgot the name.
It's in this...
The name.
It's in town here?
Out 3 kilometers.
Okay.
Outside town, yeah. 3 kilometers, but not far.
Kwateri, what?
No.
Or you forget?
Kwampofu Lodge.
Kwampofu Lodge.
That's where I am.
Okay. All right. My thinking was also the peace. You are advocating for peace in each and every country.
Yeah, for world peace.
Okay.
Yeah, but remember, peace comes from God. So it's very important that you reconnect with God for us with peace. Because when you reconnect with God, that's why you will start to work for your purpose. So God employs us through our dreams, vision. So you see us having a huge unemployment rate. It is because we've disconnected with God. Because God gave you vision so that your vision look after you. With a vision, you'll never go hungry. Because while you're mastering your craft from God, which is your vision, God provides people who will help you and which will bring money to you. So it's very important that you reconnect with God so that we'll start to work for Him. Because He employed all of us. All of us, we have opportunities from God. You know what you like, what that thing that always comes to you when you're sleeping, that you want to do. What I can tell you is that it's come from God to look after you. So it's up to you. If you want to reject it, you are on your own. So it's very important that we speak that language so that people will start to do something, because that's what I'm working for.
Okay.
To reconnect us with God so that we'll start to have peace.
So you're a Christian or what? What's your religious beliefs?
I'm not saying Christian as such, but I'm a believer. I believe that God is there.
Okay.
And He loves us. That's why He gives us tasks, all of us. So now this is my task, what I'm doing from God. When I die, I will have to present my true account. So I will tell him that I went. I told the brother that he must reconnect with God, so that he will start to work for God, not for others. So there is a lot of confusion in this world, where some individuals make people to believe that they are there to look after them, while it's God who must look after us.
Okay, that's a good point. So when did you come to Zim?
Last night.
Last night?
No, 3 weeks. I have 3 weeks in Zimbabwe.
Okay, 3 weeks. Okay. So I read that it's like 2022. So it started, well, 2022 from Durban.
Yes. No, I was working in Durban. South Africa, I've worked the whole country.
Okay.
I've done all the time in South Africa. So now I'm moving up towards Egypt. Maybe you must also do one country so that you learn, brother. Because if you don't, you'll start to think that this is the only thing that is. It's very important that as young people we travel Africa. It can't be people from overseas who come and travel our Africa.
Yeah.
We must travel Africa so that we speak about something that we know. Yeah. I can't hear about Nigeria until I die, but I don't make time to go there and study how other humans are living, how our brothers are living there, so that we start beating and killing one another. Because I will never participate in xenophobia, because I know that in Zim, it's more like I'm in KwaZulu-Natal. People speak my language. When I speak Zulu here, people still understand me. So then what will make me, when I go back to South Africa, to beat someone just because he comes from Zim, while he speak like me? So it's because we don't travel.
So you've been to Bulawayo?
Yes.
Bulawayo, Gweru, now Harare. Okay, that's beautiful. So South Africa is going into elections.
Yes.
Do you have any message to the youth of South Africa looking forward to the elections, or to the leaders?
Yeah, my message will be, for peace to come, we need to be active citizens. So we need to assist our leaders by voting, making sure that we elect them. And then after electing them, we need to assist them, making sure that we feed them with ideas so that they are able to reflect us. Because if we don't feed them with ideas, they won't reflect us and will be frustrated. So it's very important that we assist our leaders wherever, at churches, at communities, in our country, by electing them and then work with them until they finish. Because we can't elect you and go back to the streets and toy instead of trying to work with you. So let us try and work with our leaders, support them. If they don't support us, then we must remove them. But if they are willing to work with us, support us, why not assisting them? So we must assist our leaders, not only in South Africa, everywhere. Even here in Zim, we need to find a way and talk to our leaders, support them so that they lead us well. So that's when we will have peace. Because this thing of burning tires, burning schools, burning infrastructure, it doesn't work, because at the end of the day, those streets are the ones that look after us. So we need to find other ways. Let us support our leaders. That's what it is.
Okay. That's a good message. That's interesting. So before, were you working, like, do you have a profession or what?
No, I've never worked. I'm an activist.
You're an
So
activist.
this is my work.
This is your work, okay.
I'll be
That's
an
nice.
activist until I die. I might not work in future, but what I'll be doing will be peace related. It will be more about social. So I'm a social activist.
When did you start being an activist?
Since I was born.
Since I was...
Looking back on the things I've done until now, I can see that God wanted me to be an activist. God wanted me to assist this world, to achieve peace. Our leaders everywhere. That's why you see me walking. It's not easy. Sometimes you walk hungry without food, but because I know that this is what God wanted me to do, I don't get tired. I'll be walking for the next 3 years. I left my girlfriend home, my son, and all that, just because I want to serve God. Because the only way to serve God, brother, is to look after your craft, your vision. It's not to go around and do other stuff for other people. No, it's to sit down and discover yourself. That's what God wanted you to do. Because before God created you, there was a task that He wanted to perform in this world. Because I believe He still developed this world through our ideas today.
Yeah.
So when you have an idea, it comes from God to develop. One day we will have a big media company through you.
Thank
from
you.
God.
Yeah.
So we must not undermine what you're doing now, because it's your vision from God. So that's how you must serve God. So you must not get tired, because the day you get tired, you won't go. But while you're still working on it, He will assist you. He will bring people who will help you. It might not today, but it's like that. That's a reality. It's just that when you go to churches, we don't speak much about these things, but people need to be empowered. How do we empower them? Reconnect them with Father, because Father will remind them that I gave you a task. What have you done about it?
That speech reminds me a story in the Bible about the talents.
Yes.
The parable about the talents.
Yes.
That one was given and he just sit with the talent, and others were given one and they multiplied their talents and they used their talents. So that's truth. You are speaking truth to power there.
So that's why we have unemployment, brother, because I think we need to advise our leaders that this thing of creating the impression that they are the one who must create jobs for people, opportunities. It's not true. It's God who creates a job for you.
It's true.
What you're doing, it's your vision from God, and that's your employment. There is no one who can come and give you something else other than what you have. That's why you'll find a lot of people killing themselves, having depression and angry and all those things. It is because people reject God and go and work for others. I'm not saying we must not assist others or work, but first you must try and work on your craft from God, which is your dream, which is what you want. When you came here, you were telling me about you went to South Africa, you tried to find a job. I'm sure that's what you think every day, journalism and all that. So that's what God wants you to do. He wants us to have a journalist, a good journalist like you, because if it comes from your heart, brother, you will never take Brad for you to support us. You see, Jay, you are interviewing me for free. You are not expecting something from me. It is because it's your craft, my man, from God.
Yeah.
So how do we spread that message so other people do exactly the way you are doing it? Because it's good to me to see someone who's trying, who want to grow his talent, because it's your talent. Journalism is your talent.
Yeah.
Then how do I support you so that you grow? By interviewing me, putting my story there. When people search me, they will find my story on your website. It's growing. That's how we must support each other.
I have a lot of questions, but I have to let you continue with your journey. Or maybe, I don't know, God willing, we can reconnect. Maybe I'll take your details and we'll reconnect and continue with more stories and more topics. But as for today, I think we can end here. How can people assist you or support you?
Oh, my Facebook page is Peace Walk 2022. That's where all the details are. Peace Walk 2022.
As you can see, it's written here, Peace Walk 2022. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so
Be
much.
blessed, and may God give you strength to keep on going and inspire the next generation of the African leaders and African youths to come.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.